prior preparation and prior preparation. What is it? Prior preparation and performance prevents. Prior preparation and planning prevents piss poor performance. There we go. So be prepared. If you're not prepared, don't do it. Leverage the experts. If you don't know, go ask an expert that does. My daughter, we got a relationship with Carl at Home Depot because when she was learning things, you go to Home Depot and Lowe's in the morning. That's when the retired old heads are there working, and they will tell you everything that you need to know. Everything that you need to know. So ask experts. Number 13, hold everyone accountable. That means yourself and you. That's under leader-led leadership. Holding people accountable is how everybody gets to be their best. Personally accountable is how you get there. And reprimand privately. Reprimand privately. Do not reprimand people in public. Now, when some unaccountable trolls come on my lives, they started this shit in public, and I'm going to finish it in public. But reprimand privately, or people are going to start to resent you. Leverage your strengths and understand your weaknesses. So use your strengths. Do not try to keep focusing on your weaknesses to strengthen your strengths. You got to do weaknesses one at a time. So you use your strengths to support one weakness at a time. That's how that goes. And then talk to people, not at them. So talk to people, not at them. And when people are micromanagers and terrible leaders, they will talk at you. They will say all kind of shit all sideways, and then wonder why there's all this resentment in the workplace and at home and everywhere else, because you're talking down to people. You're making them feel inferior and less than because of your superiority complex. And so now you're just talking at them. You're not going to get no results that way. Now we're on a powerful. So pink, powerful, powerful. Never give up and never quit. Your success is derived from your ability to draw from your power to achieve excellence. Your power begins with 3 letters. C-A-N. Can. That's where your power is at. It's in a can. It comes canned up. You could go to your local grocery store and go down the can good aisle and pick you up a can of can. No, that's not how that happens. Can makes the impossible possible. I say it all the time. Turn your can't into a can and your how into now. Can is what makes the impossible possible. Can. So if you say I can, then you have a strategy and you go after it. You can do it. There are so many things that I've accomplished in my life, even when people said I couldn't. That's your ass. Move out the way. Let me show. I'll be back when I show you that I can. The story that I use quite often is when I was an executive officer at a basic training company at Fort McClellan, Alabama. I went back to school to get my master's degree, and Captain Leitner told me, Lieutenant Thomas, you're not going to be able to get your master's degree. You got to wait till after you go to Cast Cuban Command. I was like, shut the fuck up. 18 months later, I went back up to him because I was petty, and I still reserved 2% of petty. I said, hey, Captain Leitner, remember when you told me I wasn't going to be able to get my master's degree before we shut down and left? Well, guess who got their master's degree in 18 months, still being an executive officer and then an HAZ commander? Me! I did it. Oh, that's great, Lieutenant Thomas. Yeah, that's what I thought. Can makes the impossible possible. Swim upstream. When you swim upstream, you got the currents coming towards you. So you are swimming upstream, everything else is coming this way, but guess what you're doing? You're heightening your strength and your ability to be aware of what's taking place around you. So that's the equivalent to removing obstacles. I'm going to go upstream, and I'm going to be so much stronger than you. In corporate America, they call that headwinds. So you're going against the grain and you're pushing forward. When you swim upstream, you're going to find out how strong you are and then where you're weak, and you're going to strengthen the areas that are weak. Again, going back to the other one of leverage your strengths and understand your weaknesses. Quitters never win is the next one. Quitters never win. They never win. If you quit, how can you win? Now, why would you quit? Hijacked amygdala, you don't believe in yourself, inferiority complex, people are trying to stop you or whatever it is, but you can't quit. You can't quit on you because you're the CEO of Me Incorporated. So if you quit on you, then and you don't win, you don't get to sit in your comfort zone and start talking shit about people who kept going. Don't get mad at them because they're not a chicken shit and you are. That shit's on you. Point blank, period. Always persevere. So persevere during times of adversity. I could be the poster child for adversity. It seems like every time I show up somewhere, adversity is like, hey, how you doing, Doc? Come on over here and have a seat. I'm gonna make this so this is gonna be adversity 6.0. Okay, that's what we're gonna do with you. Now sit down and let's see how much shit we could throw at you to see if you're gonna still keep going. So and persevere, keep going. Keep going. And the way you do that is you stay in your frontal lobe and you stay strong and you remember, visualize your goals, why you're doing it, and you just keep going. And then finally, failure is not an option. I have failed many a time in my life, many a